The first time I met Shashank, he shared a very interesting insight with us that no one really trusts packaged food. Every time I have something that comes out of a bag, I question it. And it's extremely ironic because we run a brand strategy and design studio that, well, you could say specializes in packaging design. And if people are apprehensive about what they're buying, how do we use that canvas as a way to build trust in them?
When we started, the brand was called And Nothing Else. This was a great name to describe food philosophy. But we were trying to tell you how marketers lie to you, how they use claims and loopholes to get away with half-truths. And Nothing Else, very early on we realized, was not a name that did justice to this vision. There has to be another name out there which does more justice to our overall mission, not just our product missions.
The limitation with the name And Nothing Else was that it can only come after a sentence, right? And it was very limiting to the fact that we only would then speak about ingredients. So I think the excitement to change the name to something that was broader and that could, have a larger impact was very clear.
Whatever steps we were taking during rebranding, whether it was around the packaging, the name, the experience was very unnerving. What I remember is the Namkaran and nothing else to the whole truth.
The idea also came from this fact that everyone else gives you some version of the truth, but we wanted to kind of mark that up and say, oh, we're giving you the whole truth.
When we're building a brand, the logo is important, the packaging is important, but a very important aspect is your copy and your tone of voice and how you're speaking to the customer. It's a whole lot of other things, that build your brand. And there are these moments where you can really have a conversation with someone who's interacting with your brand and bring a smile to their face.
The bars are not fat-free, but rather the fat content comes from good sources like nuts and coconuts. And this became the idea that kind of grew into the rest of the packaging as well. I remember one of the lines we had also written was, this bar contains zero sugar, and we had cancelled out the zero. And that is something we've used across packaging. It's become very iconic to the brand since then.
The first time the Thought Over design team presented the new protein bar packs, everyone on call just smiled, nodded, a few people had tears in their eyes, and that first deck is what became the bars. The commitment to that process that Thought Over Design and Anushka forced was perhaps the biggest reason why we ended up with a name and a rebrand that was loved even more. Every relationship needs work day in and day out for it to keep growing. The working relationship between TOD and TWT is what I value the most, because all the awesomeness that we create starts with this foundation of trust.
It's a brand that is now a part of our lives. We are putting it in our kids' lunch boxes. We are replacing it in our parents' pantries. So it's hard to really look at them as clients.
To be honest, it has been extremely exciting because the team at The Whole Truth treats us as though we are their in-house team, so to speak, right? And there's a lot of mutual trust within that framework. And so we're really excited about doing more work with the brand. I know that they have plans of getting into way more categories. And so we're very excited about partnering with them on this journey of building both a business and a brand that are extremely relevant in today's day.
The way the brand has been built with such a strong and simple mission to bring honesty to food, I think the universality of that mission, everybody connects with it. Anushka and Shashank's done a great job of picking up on that simple, honest truth and making an entire brand around it, and it's just beautiful. I mean, and the potential of that truth is so large that you could build a very, very large business over the next 10, 20 years on this.